Good evening, everybody. We are now discussing about common size income statement. Okay, common size income statement, otherwise known as common size profit and loss. Okay, last class we discussed about the common size balance sheet, where we would like to calculate each and every items, okay, the proportion to its total asset or total liability. How much that particular item is contributing to the total asset or total liability. That is while calculating the common size balance sheet. Now we are going to calculate the common size income statement or common size profit and loss. Under common size profit and loss or income statement, what happened? Whatever the items income or expenditure we are going to calculate its percentage, we have to calculate from the total sales. Okay, from the total sales or from the sales from operation, how much that particular income and expenditure is contributing. From that basis, we have to calculate the common size income statement or common size profit and loss. Okay, for that, for your better understanding, there is a particular question is given. Common size income statement, that is a problem given. From the following particulars obtained from the records of a company, prepare a common size profit and loss. You have to prepare a common size profit and loss, that is common size income statement you have to prepare. So how to calculate profit or loss? How to calculate profit? The general formula for calculation of profit is income minus expenditure. If more will be the income compared to the expenditure, what you will get? Profit. If expenditure is more as compared to income, then what will you get loss. Okay, so what is the question given? Particulars column, then 31st March 2016 and 31st March 2015. 2 years are given. This is the current year and this is the previous year. Look at everybody, the first item, revenue from operation, that is 60 lakh for current year and previous year 35 lakh. Then purchase of stock in trade, 40 lakh, 22 lakh 50,000. Then change in inventory, 3 lakh, 2 lakh. Then other income, 2 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000. Other expenses, 1 lakh 50,000 and 1 lakh. And income tax rate is given. From this particular question, you have to calculate the common size income statement and common size profit and loss account you have to prepare. Look at everybody, the revenue from operation is the income. Okay, the other income is the income, whereas the purchase of stock in trade or change in inventory or other expenses and income tax are all expenses. When we deduct all the expenses from the income, what we will get? That is known as profit will get. From this information, we have to calculate common size income statement or common size profit and loss we have to or we need to calculate. Okay, so this is the information given. So what we have to prepare? We have to calculate the common size income statement or common size profit and loss. Okay, so how to calculate from this? So you have to write at the top common size statement of profit and loss. What we have to write? Common size, okay, statement of profit and loss we have to write. Okay, for the year ended 31st March 2015 and 2016. Okay, for the year ended 31st March 2015 and 2016, that we have to write. First column will come, that is particulars. Okay, next column what will come, we'll see. Okay, next column will be coming, there are 2 years will be there. One is 31st March 2015, another one is 2016 will be there. Okay, so 31st March 2015 means what? 2014 to 2015, and 31st March 2016 means what? 2015 to 2016. Okay, thereafter percentage revenue from operations, percentage revenue from operations, that you have to right. Okay, look at everybody, this is particulars, this is 2014 15, 15 16. Okay, based upon the last question or past question, look at first will come revenue from operation. Revenue from operation, this is 2014 15. Similarly, in the percentage column, two things will be there, 2014 15 and 2015 16. Okay, first item will come the revenue from operation. Okay, that is 35 lakh given in the question. Okay, look at everybody, this is 31st March 2015, means from 1st April 2014 to 31st March 2015. This is 2016, 31st March 2016 means from 1st April 2015 to 31st March 2016. Then look at figure given. Here you should not write, here you have to write 2014 15 and 2015 16. Okay. So 60 lakh, what are the absolute values or absolute figures you have to mention on this particular column. First two column, that is the previous year and current year, you put the all the values. Okay, so always we have to represent what we have to represent. Okay, always the sales from operation we have to represent as 100%. What? Always the sales from operation or the revenue from operation, that is from sales directly, we have to represent at 100%. Okay, so why revenue I wrote first? Because we have revenue is a income. Once income I have to write, thereafter expenditure I have to write. From income I have to deduct the expenses, so that I will get what everybody? Profit. For that purpose I have written. Okay, thereafter what? Other income, that was given in the question. Okay, previously it was there. So how much? 1,50,000, then 2 lakh. Look at everybody, the 35 lakh is the revenue from operation. Out of those 35 lakh, other income is like 1,50,000 for 2014 to 2015. Then what percentage of other income to the revenue from operation? That is how you calculate 1,50,000 by 35 lakh. That you will get how much? 4.28. Similarly, 2 lakh is there, the other income for 2015 to 16. Then how to calculate 2 lakh by 60 lakh? So how much we are getting? 3.33 percentage. Okay, so percentage revenue from operation you calculated. So is there any other income is there? There is no such other income is there. So you have to simply add these two. Okay, 36 lakh 50,000. This is 62 lakh. This is 104.28. Thereafter 103.33. Okay, what is this? This is I can say this is total revenue or total income I can say. So total revenue, how you got? 1 plus 2. So this is the sales from operation or revenue from operation and other income. When you add these two, what you will get? This is the total revenue you are getting. Thereafter, what you have to do? Thereafter, you have to see the expenses. So there are how many expenses here in the question, the previous question? There are 3 expenses is there. First one is purchase of stock in trade. Stock in trade, that is the expenses. So how much the expenses given? 22 lakh 50,000 for 2014 15 and 2015 16, that is 40 lakh. So how much is the expenditure to the total revenue from operation? Not total revenue, revenue from operation. Sales में सेल्स से इसका परसेंटेज कितना है? सो 22,50,000 बाई 35 लाख. सो 22,50,000 बाई 35 lakh, then you got 64.29. Okay, similarly 40 lakh divided by this is 60 lakh. So how much you are getting? 66.67. Okay, that is purchase of stock in trade. Thereafter change in inventory. This is the expenditures or expenses. Change in inventories. So 2 lakh for the previous year and current year is how much? 3 lakh. So how much is from the total from the total revenue from operation? That is 2 lakh by 35 lakh. Then percentage is coming is how much? It is coming around 5.71. Next one is coming 5.00. Okay, next last expenditure is also there. Other expenses. Okay, other expenses is there, that is 1 lakh for the previous year, where the current year is 1,50,000. Okay, so 1 lakh by 35 lakh, 1,50,000 by 60 lakhs. Then for the 2014 to 15, the percentage is coming 2.86, and the current year 1,50,000 by 60 lakh, it is coming 2.50. Okay, just add all those expenditures. Okay, these are 3 expenditure, we have to add all those expenditure. So how much? 25 lakh 50,000, that is 2014 to 15. Then 38 lakh 50,000 2015 to 16. And then the expenditure is 72.86 for 2014 and 15, that is in percentage, and 64.17, that is in percentage. What is this? This is total expenses. Okay, so I can write the 4 it is. Okay, so how to calculate 5? Okay, when you deduct, okay, the total revenue, this is total revenue, okay, minus this total expenses, you will get. So 36 lakh 50,000 minus 25 lakh 50,000, that is how much you are getting? 11 lakh. Then 62 lakh minus 38 lakh 50,000, that is how much you are getting? 23 lakh 50,000. Similarly, the percentage you have to deduct 104.28 minus 72.86. Last one also same fashion we have to calculate. Okay, so total revenue. So what you get? What total revenue minus 4, this total expenditure. So total revenue minus total expenditure, that is what is that? Profit before tax. What is this? Profit before tax. Then the tax given for the both the years, that is 35% and 40%. Okay, from the 2015, that is 40%, and 2016, that is 35%. So we have to write what? Tax rate. So tax rate given how much? 40% and 45%. 40%, then 35%. Okay, if that could be the 40%, the amount will come how much? 4,40,000. Okay, so 11 lakhs 40%, that you are getting 4,40,000. Similarly, 23 lakh 50,000's 35%, you will get 8,22,500. Okay, then the same way you have to go with that, this 31.42 row 42 का आप 40% निकालोगे 12.57. Similarly 39.17 35% you have to calculate, that you are getting 30.71. Okay, so profit before tax is there and the tax rate is there. So ultimately what will come? The profit after tax. This is the main mission, this is the main objective for the calculation. How to calculate profit after tax? Profit before tax minus this tax amount. This is the tax rate, this is the tax amount we got. Okay, so 11 lakh minus 4,40,000, that is 6,60,000 for 2014 and 15. Then 15-16, how you are calculating? The profit before tax is 23,50,000 and the tax amount is 8,22,500. If you deduct, then how much you are getting? 15,27,500. Similarly, the percentage you have to deduct. Okay, the percentage 31.42 minus this one, so 18.85. Similarly, last column also 39.17 minus 13.71. So how much you are getting? 25.46. So this is the way you have to prepare this common size income statement or common size profit and loss account, where each and every item of the income and expenditure other than sales has to be calculated from the total proportionate of what? Sales or revenue from operation. Suppose a particular item is there, particular income is there. Suppose particular income is there, let's take 5 lakh. If the total sales is around 25 lakh, if the total sales is how much? 25 lakh. This is total sales. Total sales, if how much the total sales? 25 lakh. If particular income is 5 lakh, then how to calculate the percentage? 5 lakh by 25 lakh into 100. So how much? 5 by 25 into what? 100. So how much the percentage you got? 20%. In the same way, you can calculate each and every item, each and every income you have to calculate from the total sales, and and each and every expenditure you have to calculate from the total sales also. So each income and each expenditure you need to calculate from the total sales or revenue from operation. Okay, so this is the particular question we did for you for better clarity about this common size income statement, which is otherwise known as common size profit and loss account. What is that? Common size profit and loss account. Another problem we have to solve for your better clarity or better understanding of this particular common size income statement or common size profit and loss account. So this is a question you are observing. This is a question. What is the question given? The following is the statement of profit and loss of Sannyasi Limited for the year ended 31st March 2016 and 2015. Okay, so यहाँ पे current year दिया है 2016 and previous year दिया है 2015. Okay, 31st March 2016. From this figure we have to calculate the common size income statement, and we have to see and we have to interpret what are the changes. So first thing, given revenue from operation. Okay, under that gross sales given 8,15,000, 7,25,000. Out of those sales, the return is how much? For 2016 15,000 and 2015 25,000. Means net sales कितना हुआ है? 8 lakh and 7 lakh. This is the main. This is the sales from operation. This is the actual sales. This is the net sales. This is the main item, and whatever the other income will be there, whatever the other expenditure will be there. From this total, we have to calculate the percentage. Okay, so this is the particular question given. So total revenue, other income added, then total revenue comes. Under expenses, there are 4 expenses are there: cost of raw material consumed, employee benefit expenses, depreciation and amortization expenses, other expenses, and profit before tax. So these all figures of expenditure is there. So income is there, expenditure is there. When you deduct the income from expenditure, when you deduct the expenditure from income, what you will get? You will get the particular what? The profit. Okay, that is the main purpose. So common size, you have to write at the top, that is common size statement of profit and loss, okay, for the year ended 31st March 2015 and 2016. okay, यहाँ पे 2 ईयर एंडेड है, एक 31st March 2015 एंड दूसरा है 2016 31st March. Then what you have to write in the columns? One you have to write, that is 2014-15. Next you have to write 2015-16. So particulars will be the first column, then 2014-15, then 2015-16, thereafter percentage of revenue from operation, thereafter you have to write. okay, यहाँ पे 2 कलम आएगा, एक 2014-15 का होगा, दूसरा 2015 और 16 का होगा. okay, so as this is a common size statement of profit and loss, the main purpose is to calculate profit after tax or profit. okay, so how to calculate, we have to see. So you have to write like this: 2014-15, 2015-16. okay, so first one will be revenue from operation. The first item which is coming, revenue from operation. Under that gross sales is there. We have to write what of the question is there. okay, that is 7,25,000 for 2015 and 8,15,000 for 2016. okay, that is the gross sales given. उस ग्रॉस सेल्स में कितना रिटर्न कर दिया कस्टमर ने? Okay, 25,000 and this is 15,000. That is written by whom? The customer. Then ultimately what is the sales come? It is 7 lakh it is coming, it is 8 lakh it is coming. Okay, so here I have to write 100% as 7 lakh as 100% of sales for 2014 to 15, as 8 lakh is the sales as 100% in the year what? 2015 and 16. Okay, so this I can write net revenue, okay, or net sales I can write. Is there any other income is there? Yes, one other income is there. Okay, that is given 1200 and 8050. So the next column how to calculate? 1200 divided by 7 lakh. Okay, so 1200 divided by 7 lakh, that is coming 0.17. Similarly 8050 divided by 1 lakh, that is coming 1.00. Okay, you have to add. So 701200, this is 808050, this is 100.17, this is 101.00. Okay, so what is this? This is total revenue. Okay, total revenue we got. Okay, let I should write the total revenue as capital A. Now we have to see what we have to see. What are the expenses are there? Expenses. There are 4 expenses as I told earlier the question. Cost of material consumed. What is that given? Cost of material consumed. That is given 5,95,000 and 6,15,000. Okay. So how much is the total expenditure from the net revenue or net sales? That is 5,95,000 by 7 lakh. So how much? 85%. This is 85%. Similarly, how much is the cost of material consumed from the sales, from the total revenue? 6,15,000 by 8 lakh. So you are getting how much? 76.87. Okay, cost of material consumed. Then employee benefit expenses. Employee benefit expenses 12,700. Thereafter 12,500. The same question you have to calculate. Okay, so 12,700 divided by 7 lakh, then 12,500 divided by 8 lakh. So how much you will get? This is 1.81 you are getting, and the rest one you are getting 1.56. Okay, similarly depreciation and amortization it is given. Depreciation and amortization it is given. So what is the amount given? 1750. Thereafter 1940. Okay, so 1750 divided by 7 lakh, then 1950 divided by 8 lakh. So how much you are getting? 0.25. 0.25 this one, and this one is 0.24. Is there any expenditure is there? Yes, other expenses is also there. So other expenses 23,000, next 24,000. So 23,000 by 7 lakh. So how much you are getting? 3.29. Then 24,000 by 8 lakh, that is how much you are getting? 3.00. So this is the total expenses. Okay, so total expenses, these 4 you have to add so that you will get the total expenses. That is how much? 6,32,450 and 6,53,440. Then percentage you have to make the total of only the expenses, not the income. Okay, so 90.35 that you are getting, then 81.67. This is the total expenses. Okay, when this I could keep H capital B. So how to get profit? A minus B. Okay, so A minus B करने से आपका क्या आएगा? Profit आएगा. So कितना आ रहा है? 68,750. Then this is the total revenue, 8,850. Okay, from that we have to deduct 6,53,440. So 1,54,610. Similarly 100.17 minus 90.35, that is 9.82, and the last one is how much? 101.00 minus 81.67, so 19.33. So this is the things you are calculated. What is this? This is the profit before tax. Okay, as there is no mention in the tax rate, so that's why we have to stop from here by calculating the profit before tax only. Okay, we have to stop by calculating the profit before tax only. So what is asked in the question? You have to comment the changes. Look at everybody how you are commenting the changes. Other income यहाँ पे 0.17 है, यहाँ पे क्या है 1.0, यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है इंक्रीज हुआ है. Similarly you see the total revenue increase 100.17 to 101.00. Similarly cost of material consumed, it is decreased. Then employee benefit expenses, that is also decreased. Depreciation and amortization, that is decreased. Then other expenditures, that is also decreased. That is a better sign for the company. Okay, and profit before tax. Okay, so profit before tax पहला कितना था 9.82, then 19.33. The profit before tax has been increased in this particular case. That shows there is a good movement in the profit of this particular company. This showing a much more about the profitability of the company is quite good, and the changes is quite satisfactory. Okay, so this is known as what everybody, the preparation of what common size income statement or common size profit and loss account. Okay, so under financial analysis, what are the different tools? We discuss about the common size. First of all, we discuss the comparative balance sheet, then comparative income statement. Thereafter we discuss the trend analysis. Thereafter we discuss the common size balance sheet. Now today we discuss about the common size profit and loss or income statement we have discussed. Okay, so this is all about what everybody, these tools. Then what are the limitations? What is that? Limitations of financial analysis. Today we are discussing about the limitation. Whatever the limitation of financial statement is there, the same limitation of financial analysis is there. Okay, what is the first limitation? It is an interim report. It is just an interim report. So you can't know the final position of the organization. How can you know the final position of the organization? Until unless the particular company get liquidated, you can't know the true value or the final picture of the organization. So the financial statement or financial analysis just a not the clear view. The final picture you can't show, you can't know from this particular financial analysis. Okay, so it is just a interim report. Okay, and it is only contain the monetary information. What is that? It is only contains the monetary information. Non-monetary information is not considered. What do you understand by non-monetary figures? The morality of the employees, the management satisfaction, the manager's efficiency, the company's credit worthiness, company's then the employees morale. These all factors which is having the significant important in the particular organization. These factors are not considered. The labor turnover, okay, the labor management relationship. So these non-monetary factors which plays a most significant role, which are not considered in the financial analysis. Only the income expenditure, the asset liability position only consider, which items can be mentioned, can be measured in monetary terms or economic terms, that only consider only. Okay, accounting periods to another accounting periods, the price are changing. If there is a due to inflation, that inflation is not considered. So price level changes is not considered. All the prices are mentioned in the historical price basis only. So that's why the changes in the price from one year to another year, one period to another period is not concerned. Okay, and it is based upon the going concern concept. All the financial analysis is prepared on the basis of the concepts or concepts like going concern concept. Okay, where the organization has to continue for an infinite period of time, infinite period of life. Okay, and another one is what everybody, if the accounting procedures. Okay, so what is the another limitation? Changes in accounting procedure by a firm may often make financial analysis misleading. If a particular company changes its accounting system, suppose charging of depreciation, initially years you adopted the straight line method, thereafter you are adopting the declining balance method, then that leads to misleading of the information, that leads to misinterpretation. Similarly, initially while valuing the inventory you started valuing in the LIFO, thereafter you jump to FIFO, that means it will lead to whatever misleading while analyzing this particular financial analysis. Okay, another one is it depends upon the judgment, whatever it depends upon the judgment of a particular person who are judging, who is evaluating, who is analyzing that one. If he is doing the proper analysis, then fine. If he is wrongly interpreting, wrongly analyzing, if he is misleading the data, misleading the information, then you can't get the right result. So these are all limitation or demerits of whatever financial analysis. It's an interim report. The true picture can't be shown, the true financial position can't be depicted from the financial analysis. Another one is what? The monetary factors only consider, monetary information can taken into account. The non-monetary factor like psychology of the employee, the satisfaction level of the manager, the credit worthiness of the organization, the labor turnover, okay, the morality of the employee, these factors are not considered. Then if the price changes from one year to another year, that price also not considered. The inflation is not taken into account, and it is based upon the going concern concept only. And the accounting procedure, if one has to follow different accounting procedure from one year to another year, then it will be misled while analyzing those financial statements. Similarly, it depends upon a particular person who is analyzing, who is taking the judgment while analyzing this particular financial statement. His role is quite important. If he is mislead the information, if he is making error while judging the things, then things will be opposite. So that's why these are the limitation, or these are the demerits of what? Financial analysis. Okay, another tool and another most important tool of financial analysis is what? Ratio. Another most important role device, another most important tool for financial analysis is what, everybody? Ratio analysis. What analysis, students? Ratio analysis. This is the most important chapter so far as financial statement and analysis and reporting is concerned. Okay, financial statement analysis and reporting, your subject. From this particular subject, this particular chapter is very much important, that is ratio analysis. Okay, student in the graduation and post graduation do certain projects, summary intensive project from this topic. So that's why from examination point of view, from the knowledge point of view, this particular ratio analysis plays a most important role. Okay, so what is a ratio analysis? First of all, what is a ratio? Ratio means what? Ratio means, let's take A is to B is a ratio, okay, or A by B is a ratio. Ratio means the relationship between the two variables. There is a relationship between the two variables is known as ratio. Okay, so establishing the relationship between the items in the financial statement is known as ratio analysis. What is ratio analysis? Establishing the relationship between the items in the financial statement and interpreting the items is known as what? Ratio analysis. Just when we go to the doctor, doctor check the pulse rate, doctor check the temperature, doctor check the breathing. Okay, so these particular things are used by the doctor. Okay, so like breathing, like he will check your breathing, he will check your blood pressure, he will check the temperature. By applying different kind of tool, he will check your body. Similarly, for an organization also, ratio analysis serves that kind of purpose as blood pressure or temperature. Through that particular ratio analysis, one can able to know whether the organization is having good or bad, whether financially this organization is having the strength or weakness. So रेशियो एनालिसिस एक ऐसा टूल है जहाँ पे पता चल जाएगा कि ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का स्ट्रेंथ अच्छा है या बुरा, उसका फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन अच्छा है या बुरा, उसका शॉर्ट टर्म फाइनेंशियल अच्छा है बुरा, उसका लॉन्ग टर्म फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन अच्छा है या बुरा, उसका प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी पोजीशन अच्छा है बुरा. ये जो रेशियो एनालिसिस ब्लड प्रेशर की तरह काम करता है, टेम्परेचर की तरह काम करता है, एक टूल है जो कि एक फिनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट का स्ट्रेंथ और वीकनेस बताएगा, फिनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट का क्या बताएगा, परफॉर्मेंस बताएगा, वो अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस कर रहा है एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या बुरा परफॉर्मेंस कर रहा है। और तमाम जो स्टेक होल्डर है वो रेशियो एनालिसिस से डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ डिसीजन ले पाएंगे, चाहे इन्वेस्टर हो, चाहे बैंकर हो, चाहे सप्लायर हो, चाहे क्रेडिटर हो, चाहे जो कुछ भी आदमी हो, वो इस रेशियो एनालिसिस से डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ डिसीजन दे आर एबल टू मेक इट अप। ओके, सो रेशियो एनालिसिस, लुक एट एवरीबडी, रेशियो मीन्स व्हाट? इट इज सिंपली अ रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द टू वेरिएबल. इट कैन बी मेंशन इन डेसिमल, it may be fraction. Okay, the numerator will be there and denominator will be there, x divided by y, a divided by b, so that is known as what? Everybody, ratio. Look at everybody, let's take 5 lakh is the what? Okay, current asset, and current liability is, let's take 10 lakh. Okay, the current liability is how much? 10 lakh. Let's take not 10 lakh, let the current liability is 2 lakh 50,000. Okay, so what is the ratio? 5 lakh by 2 lakh. So what is the ratio? 2:1. What is the ratio? And this particular current asset to current liability is known as what? Current ratio. The ratio between current asset to current liability is known as what? Everybody, current ratio. Here what the thing come? The 2:1 come, 2:1 or 2/1, or in percentage what we can get it? 200%. What we can represent in percentage? 200%. It can be 2:1, it can be 2/1, or simply 2 we can say, or it can be mentioned in percentage, like we can mention this ratio as 200%. So what is ratio analysis? Ratio analysis is a kind of tool. First of all, it is a tool of establishing the relationship between the various item in the financial statement. Okay, and also what we have, also interpreting the result of the financial statement, that is known as what? Ratio analysis. For ratio analysis, what is the things required? For ratio analysis, what the thing required so that you can have ratio analysis? First of all, the relevant data should present. What required? Relevant data. Okay, the relevant data will be present, like current asset, current liability. Okay, these are the relevant data should be present. Then it is not that all the ratio you have to calculate, you have to calculate appropriate ratio. Okay, there are different ratio is there, current ratio, liquidity ratio, liquid ratio, debt equity ratio, leverage ratio, different kind of ratios are there, and you have to calculate the appropriate ratio. Whenever you are calculating under the ratio analysis, you have to get the relevant data and you have to calculate the appropriate ratio. Thereafter you have to, what you have to do? You have to compare. You have to compare the previous year ratio with this year ratio, or you can project the ratio to the future also. You have to compare your company ratio with other company ratio, whether your company performance is better than other company, better than other firm, or below to the other firm. You have to compare whether the ratio is improving from previous year to this year, or from past year to this year. For comparison also, this particular ratio analysis, the third step you have to follow. Thereafter, after comparison, what will be there? Thereafter you have to interpret, you have to comment, you have to interpret whether the position of the company is good or bad, whether financially this particular company is having sound or not sound. If you are not interpreting the ratios, there is no such ratio analysis. So the main significant part under the ratio analysis is not only calculating the different kind of ratio, but how you are interpretation. You have to narrate, okay, whether the company performance is good or bad. Companies need to take care of these kind of things, whether companies is having strength or having weakness, company's liquidity position is sound or not, company's long term solvency position is good or bad, company's profitability position is good or bad. So these kind of things you have to interpret whenever after calculating the ratios. Okay, so ratio, first of all, it is a kind of tool for this establishing the relationship between the various variables in the financial statement, and also interpreting those results. It serves as a tool for the financial statement. Okay, and this particular you have to get the relevant data, and you have to calculate the appropriate ratio, and you have to compare, and you have to interpret the particular ratio. Okay, so that is known as whatever ratio analysis. Okay, as I told earlier, डॉक्टर जैसे पल्स चेक करता है, डॉक्टर जैसे टेम्परेचर करता है एक पेशेंट का, उसके बाद बोलता है कि तुम्हारा तबीयत कैसा है, उसी तरह एक फिनेंशियल एनालिसिस भी क्या है, रेशियो एनालिसिस यूज करेगा, जो रेशियो एनालिसिस या रेशियो किसकी तरह काम करेगा, टेम्परेचर की तरह, बॉडी टेम्परेचर की तरह, पल्स रेट की तरह काम करेगा। उसके बाद पता चलेगा कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस कर रहा है या कम बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस कर रहा है, कंपनी इज परफॉर्मिंग गुड और बैड, कंपनीज फिनेंशियल साउंडनेस इज देयर और नॉट, that can be known at a later. So that is important. Okay, then interpretation, as I told earlier, the interpretation of ratio is very much important. Okay, in what way you can interpret? First of all, it can be interpreted by calculating the single ratio. Through single ratio only, or through single absolute ratio, we can tell single absolute ratio or single ratio. Single absolute ratio. By calculating single absolute ratio, you can also interpret the ratio. As I told earlier, current ratio is current asset by current liability. It should be 2:1. Okay, it should be 2:1. The rule of thumb is there. So एक रेशियो कैलकुलेट करके आप क्या कर सकते हो, इंटरप्रेट कर सकते हो। उसके बाद ग्रुप ऑफ रेशियोज, you can calculate group of ratios. What are the group of ratios you can calculate? Okay, you can calculate group of ratio. Current ratio you can calculate, liquidity ratio you can calculate, absolute liquidity ratio you can calculate. So not only one single ratio you can calculate number of ratio to interpret the result. Thereafter, historical comparison. What is that? Historical comparison. What is historical comparison, students? Historical comparison मतलब क्या है, आप जो रेशियो इस ईयर में कैलकुलेट किए, प्रीवियस ईयर में क्या रेशियो हुआ था, you need to compare the previous year ratios with the current year ratio, so that you can analyze whether the company's performance is improving or company's performance is deteriorating. कंपनी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस कर रहा है या बुरा परफॉर्मेंस कर रहा है, कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस बुरा हुआ है या अच्छा हुआ है, या कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस पिछले साल जो था वही है इस साल. So you can able to compare to this particular while interpreting the ratios. Then projected ratio. प्रोजेक्टेड रेशियो मीन्स आने वाले वक्त में तुम्हारा रेशियो क्या होना चाहिए. ओके, इन द कमिंग फ्यूचर व्हाट शुड बी द रेशियो शुड बी देयर इन द कमिंग फ्यूचर. सो दिस इज योर स्टैंडर्ड रेशियो. व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल रेशियो यू गॉट. सो while you are having the actual ratio and you are having the standard ratio, it will helpful for your organization to compare from the standard and actual. When there is a comparison in between the standard and actual, then you can know is there the positive deviation or negative deviation. अगर standard ratio set हुआ है तुम्हारा 2:1, आप अगर 1:1 ला रहे हो मतलब आपका परफॉर्मेंस घट रहा है उस तरह. So you have to see the standard ratio and the actual ratio. If standard ratio is more than the actual ratio, that means your performance is getting down. If your actual ratio is more than to the standard ratio, that means your performance of the organization is improving. Okay, similarly also this is important, inter firm comparison. इंटर फार्म कंपैरिजन का मतलब क्या है, एक फार्म दूसरे फार्म को कंपेयर करता है. वन फार्म इज कंपेयरिंग, योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज कंपेयरिंग विथ अदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, योर कंपनी इज कंपेयरिंग विथ अदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. तुम्हारा करंट रेशियो क्या है, दूसरे का करंट रेशियो क्या है. सो ऐसे कंपेयर करने से तुम्हें पता चल जाएगा कि तुम दूसरे कंपनी से बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस कर रहे हो या नहीं, तुम दूसरे कंपनी से अच्छे परफॉर्मेंस कर रहे हो या नहीं, तुम्हारा परफॉर्मेंस बिलो है या तुम्हारा परफॉर्मेंस स्टैंडर्ड है, तुम्हारा परफॉर्मेंस अप टू मार्क है, तुम्हारा परफॉर्मेंस एक्सेल है. वो पता चल जाएगा बाय कंपेयरिंग योर फार्म विथ अदर फार्म, योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विथ अदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. थ्रू दिस वे यू कैन इंटरप्रेट द पर्टिकुलर रेशियोज. ओके, so this is all about what इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ रेशियो. यू कैन विद द सिंगल एब्सोल्यूट रेशियो एक रेशियो कैलकुलेट करके आप इंटरप्रेट कर सकते हो, या ग्रुप ऑफ रेशियो देयर आर नंबर ऑफ रेशियो विल बी देयर, विल डिस्कस इन द कमिंग क्लासेस. डिफरेंट सपोज ग्रुप ऑफ रेशियो, यहाँ पे करंट रेशियो एक रेशियो है जो कि शॉर्ट टर्म सॉल्वेंसी पोजीशन मालूम पड़ता है एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का. सिमिलरली आल्सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम द करंट रेशियो देयर आर अनदर रेशियो इज देयर, current ratio, liquid ratio and absolute liquid ratio. These are the group of ratio you can calculate to know or to check the short term solvency position of the organization or short term liquidity position of the organization. Then third, why you are interpreting the result for the historical comparison. Previous year में आज जो current year में जो ratio improve हुआ नहीं, परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा है या बुरा है, डेट्रोरेट हुआ या परफॉर्मेंस इंप्रूवमेंट हुआ, ये जानने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, इंटरप्रेट करते हैं. सिमिलरली आल्सो फॉर द प्रोजेक्टेड रेशियो आल्सो देयर इज ए स्टैंडर्ड रेशियो यू कैलकुलेटेड, ओके, एंड एक्चुअल रेशियो व्हाट एवर योर कंपनी इज देयर that will be known at the later. So comparison between the standard ratio and actual ratio, you can able to know whether your organization is having a better control or not, whether your organization is having the soundness or not. If the organization actual ratio is more than to the standard ratio, that means organization's performance is good. If the actual ratio is below to the standard ratio, the organization performance is something like bad. Similarly also from your company to the other company, from your firm to other firm also, you can keep on comparing so that you can know whether your organization is superior or whether your organization is quite below. Okay, this is the interpretation of what ratio. Last but not the least, today's last part is all about use and significance. ये परीक्षा में आता है, दिस इज कमिंग रेगुलरली इन द एग्जाम. ओके, यूज एंड सिग्निफिकेंट ऑफ रेशियो एनालिसिस. ये यूज एंड सिग्निफिकेंट, जब कभी भी यूज एंड सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ रेशियो एनालिसिस हम बोलते हैं, यहाँ पे हम क्या लिखेंगे, यूजर्स को लिखेंगे. ओके, यूजर्स के बारे में लिखें. जो फिनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट का जो यूजर है, फिनेंशियल एनालिसिस का जो यूजर है, वही लोग यूजर है, वही लोग क्या करते हैं, उनके लिए ये रेशियो एनालिसिस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो यूज में क्या लिखेंगे, हम कौन कौन यूज करते हैं लिखेंगे. फर्स्ट वन इज मैनेजरल यूज. फर्स्ट वन क्या है, मैनेजरल यूज. कौन यूज करेगा पहले ना, मैनेजर यूज करेगा. मैनेजर क्यों यूज करेगा, डिसीजन लेने में, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का परफॉर्मेंस जानने के लिए, वेदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन परफॉर्मेंस इंक्रीजिंग और डिक्रीजिंग, फॉर प्रॉपर कोऑर्डिनेटिंग, फॉर प्रॉपर कम्युनिकेटिंग, फॉर प्रॉपर कंट्रोलिंग, फॉर प्रॉपर प्लानिंग. ऑल्सो मैनेजमेंट नीड टू नो द रेशियो. मैनेजमेंट प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी पोजिशन, वो ही इज इंटरेस्टेड, द मैनेजर इज इंटरेस्टेड टू नो द प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी पोजिशन, so that the salary will be there, so that wages will be given, so that incentive will be given. So for the proper coordination of the organization, proper controlling of the organization, proper planning of the organization, you need to have this particular financial ratios, or this particular ratios has to be used by the particular manager. Manager decision लेने में, manager communicate करने के लिए, manager coordinate करने के लिए, planning करने के लिए, forecasting करने के लिए, organization को controlling करने के लिए क्या चाहिए, उसको क्या चाहिए, ये रेशियो चाहिए. ओके, उसके बाद क्या है, क्रेडिटर्स. उसके बाद क्या आया, क्रेडिटर. क्रेडिटर मतलब क्या है, जो लोग तुम्हें क्या है, रॉ मटेरियल सप्लाई करते हैं at a credit basis. Those people who are supplying you the goods or raw material on the credit basis, they are your creditors. So they are also interested whether your organization is having the sufficient liquidity position or not to repay the particular loan, whether your current asset is sufficient enough to cover the current liability or not. क्या आपका शॉर्ट टर्म ऑब्लिगेशन पूरा हो पाएगा क्या शॉर्ट टर्म एसेट से, वो जानने के लिए ये क्या है, creditor are also interested for this particular ratio analysis. They are the users. Then one, shareholders. Shareholders are the people who are investing in your company. They are also interested for the long term solvency position of the organization. They want that they should get their capital as well as dividend in the regular period of time. Similarly also there are other investors also, apart from shareholder, other investors like debenture holder. They want that their principal should save, their principal amount should save, and also they should get the interest on regular basis. For that also they are interested this particular ratio analysis. Then Employees also interested, employee want to get the salary in that time. अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी रेशियो अच्छा है, तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या करेगा, अच्छा सैलरी देगा एम्प्लॉय को, अच्छा उनका बेनिफिट मिलेगा, अच्छा फ्रिंज बेनिफिट मिलेगा, अच्छा इंसेंटिव मिलेगा. सो दैट्स वाई दिस एम्प्लॉयज ऑल्सो इंटरेस्टेड एंड दे ऑल्सो कीप एन आई अबाउट डिफरेंट रेशियोज ऑफ द कंपनी बिकॉज देयर सैलरी डिपेंड्स अपॉन द डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ रेशियोज. देन government also interested for this ratio, whether subsidy should be given in a particular company or not, subsidy to be given for a particular industry or not, or any kind of taxation has to be implemented or not. For that particular, this government is interested in seeing different kind of profitability ratios. Government has to check. ओके सो यहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री को बढ़ावा देना है नहीं, यहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री को सब्सिडी देना है नहीं. सो इसलिए गवर्नमेंट क्या है, इंटरेस्टेड है क्या, किसमें, दिस रेशियोज में. उसके अलावा फ्रॉम द टैक्स रिक्वायरमेंट ऑल्सो, फ्रॉम द टैक्स रिक्वायरमेंट. सो इफ द business people according to this income tax act and the financial act 1984, if your business turnover is 1 crore, you need to supplement different kind of ratio. The ratios will be like gross profit turnover ratio, then net profit turnover ratio, gross profit turnover ratio, net profit turnover ratio, then stock in trade turnover ratio, stock in trade turnover ratio. Thereafter material consumed to finished goods, material consumed to finished goods ratio. So these are all ratios. If you're as an SSC, if you're a businessman, if your turnover is more than 1 crore or more, then you have to supplement this kind of ratios to the government while filing the return, like gross profit turnover ratio, net profit turnover ratio, then stock in trade turnover ratio, then material consumed to finished goods ratio. Apart from this, those people who are the professional also, whose turnover is 25 lakh, they also have to supplement this kind of ratio while filing the return to the particular government. So these are the this is for the tax requirement or tax audit requirement. You have to give this kind of information to the government or while filing the return. So these are the uses or significance of ratio analysis. The use and significance of ratio analysis depends upon who are the users, how they use it, which purpose they are using it, what way they are analyzing it, for what they are interested. For them, these are having, there are special ratios which are having their own significance or own importance. With the help of these ratios, they can use it, they can get the benefit. एक इन्वेस्टर होगा तो कंपनी का EPS देखेगा, कंपनी का क्या देखेगा, EPS अर्निंग पर शेयर देखेगा, कंपनी का प्राइस अर्निंग रेशियो देखेगा. सो ही इज़ वेरी मच इंटरेस्टेड. सिमिलरली a debenture holder has to see the debt equity ratio, and also the equity shareholder also is interested with the debt equity ratio. Employee is interested, the supplier or the creditor is interested, government is interested, also management is interested in the ratio analysis. So ये जो रेशियो एनालिसिस से डिफरेंट पार्टी क्या है, वो क्या है, अपना अपना डिफरेंट डिसीजन लेंगे. सो दैट्स वाई द रेशियो एनालिसिस इज अ डिवाइस, रेशियो एनालिसिस इज अ काइंड ऑफ टूल which is very much used by the organization for this particular type of people who are the stakeholder of the organization, who are having the interest to the particular organization. So whether that is shareholders or debenture holder, any investors, whether it is a banker or supplier of any kind of credit to the organization, or any kind of employee or the government. Okay, and for the tax audit requirement also, this particular ratio analysis is very much useful. Okay, whenever the use and significance asking in the exam, you have to write who are the users. Okay, so thank you for listening today patiently.